We do really everything together, so it's just another thing for us to be able to do together, and it's quite competitive, as it always is in every
So the
other
real
sport.
reason we didn't do sport together is because we've got something to compete against.
If people had seen us when we were growing up, they probably would never have thought we are today would ever have happened, because we fought quite a bit, but I think it was the competitive streak coming through.
It was never really a fighting because we didn't enjoy each other. It was more the fighting of the competitive nature of whatever we were doing. This absolute drive to win. John's probably, out of the two of us, probably the one with the personality. the one that's probably a little less serious.
John is very goal-driven, but yeah, he's a great inspiration.
We came from a really stable, simple home. We didn't come from big wealth or anything like that. The folks often illustrated to us that there was no easy road to the top. The classic example is always that we watched some of our friends around us get their first car when they got 18. And our dad said, there's no chance of that. I'll buy it for you, we pay it off, and you missed the payments, I'll take it back. So we learned consequence. I think that was like one of the key things, you learned there's consequence in everything you did, both positive and negative.
I missed that first one.
Yep.
Relax. The truth is, he normally beats me, but obviously under pressure, he can't come through.
I mean, I worked for a company for a while as like an assistant for my dad, and after my first year of varsity, or maybe second year of varsity, I can't remember, I decided, listen, I don't want to go out there and do this on my own. I think the effort that I can put in here, I can see other opportunities to do it. And my folks are listening, there's no, you finish your studying before you can do it. And that was quite a difficult time, because the folks didn't really understand. I was young and had opportunities, and here I came and said, no, I want to give up that, and I want to go and do something totally different. And I said, I promise you now, I will never go back to working in a job. I'm done with that. They said, nah, you're young, you don't know what you're talking about. We don't know how to decide what we want to do. It was never an option to fail.
A lot of people think that people in big business got given money from their parents and they need a lot of money to make a lot of money. It's really not that. I mean, we loaned some money from my dad to grow a bit of our business, not really to start it. A lot of people get the misconception is that, well, if you've got a lot of money, you can make a lot of money. It's not really the case. It's more about the hard work and the dedication. Probably one of the first things we ever did when we were growing up, Sean had a little Uno, and we went down to the sardine run and we caught a whole lot of these sardines, and we thought, right, we can make money in our school holidays and Sean's varsity holidays. We'll go and sell sardines. We went down to the beach. We caught a whole bootload of sardines, and we went into the location, and we decided, right, we're going to set up. We had a little sign there that we said, like, I can't remember, it was like R5 a sardine or whatever it was. We put the sign up and we started selling, and we started trying to make some money. Somebody eventually came to us and said, listen, guys, you two white guys in a location, you need to pack your stuff up and go. So we kind of just had to give that up, and we kind of gave the sardines away, and we left the shop with a bit of money.
The Greek grocer,
yeah.
Instead.
We then started doing those Adondo phones, with those blue phones on the side of the road. And we started small, and we had a whiteboard in our first office, which was basically the maid's room. And we drew on the board, we drew a target. And that was the 12-month target, and it had some values, and it went down the board right to the very bottom. And I think right at the very bottom was R1 million, if I remember. And after about 4 months, we were there. Accomplishing of the goals is a very personal thing. You have to have your milestones to be able to show that you are able to achieve. But if you haven't got those kind of leading stars, you actually have got no fundamental direction.
There's no easy road, and you've got to be prepared to put in the effort to make it happen.
Some people go, well, I work for my 8 to 5 job. Well, our job started at 6 o'clock in the morning and ended at 6 o'clock the next morning, kind of thing. It was sleep when you die. News and allows the parent to monitor SMSs, phone calls,
You're constantly thinking, developing better ways to do something.
I think we like to see ourselves as innovative in the processes as well as some of the products that we do. Look, we're not inventors. We don't strive to be an inventor. However, on the processes and the way we do things, we're innovative.
Because innovation for us is about just doing things better and smarter and faster and more efficiently. And it kind of is driven out of who we are, trying to constantly make it better.
We went away to a conference last week, and one of the slogans in the particular conference was, it's not the big that eat the small, it's the fast that eat the slow.
We can't settle for where we are right now. You've got to constantly push it further. It's an attitude, it's a way of doing things. It's not necessarily about having the best skill sets in the world. If you've got the right ambition and the right attitude, you can make it.
I think our business is driven out of people. I think we're not going to be anywhere without our people. They're very integral to our business. When we found them, we keep them, and we tend to nurture them, and it's a big part of our culture.
We strive to really provide opportunities to people and build this element of trust that we can kind of be together and grow this thing together. Because the reality is, as things get bigger and as you want to do more opportunities, you need good people to do it.
Yeah, I think what we have learned out of the 10 years is that life changes, the world changes, people change, and you've got to be ready to deal with that change. And the faster you can deal with the change, the quicker you can get hold of opportunities. It's like the pain of our business is trying to, when things get slow, and we're slow in getting execution done, because that's when you miss the opportunities. The reason we built our business was through inefficiencies of bigger industries or bigger corporations. They couldn't do it how we could do it because we could just do it quicker.
I think it definitely puts us one step ahead. I think knowing that we're going towards a common goal helps us to get there in the best possible way and not have to worry about what Sean's thinking is versus what my thinking is. The thinking is always the same.
Whether it's a sixth sense or just like an ultimate knowing of somebody, I think that's pretty much how it is now. And being really open with each other has enabled us to have that same relationship in the business. It's difficult when you're working with people that you've got to form this trust. That we have probably the ultimate in trust. It also helps us to be really frank about what we think of areas which we're both involved in. And that trust is something that is not easily found in business. I think from our perspective, it's been one of our key success points.
I think what sets us apart is our dedication and ambition. We don't let things slide. I think we're very fair, and I think that sets us apart from a lot of the competitors that we have in the same sort of space. I think from a personal side, I mean, obviously better looking than he is, but
we're by no means finished or even begun. I think we're still really at the beginning, and we've just kind of got some of the basic fundamentals in place to help us to go to the next level of what we want to do.
I don't think anything in life comes easy unless you put your mind to it and put your heart to it. And I think we've put our hearts and mind to a lot of things and put in those long hours and put in that hard work and dedication and commitment to make us successful.
And I often joke that luck plays a big part because you had to be in the right place at the right time. All that stuff. But the reality is you make your own luck. Believe the stuff you say it, often enough, and it will happen.